100 acres on the other side of what their land is, and we're able to drill some retraction wells, plus they're able to get the access over to here, and we're able to, in effect, of having almost 5,000 acres devoted to clean energy and for water conservation.
Yeah,
climb the towers because the birds attack them.
Yeah. This is one of the 4 wells that they were going to drill here. It's hard to imagine that water stored under the ground for me. How about for you? You see tumbleweeds and dirt and you think, so what?
You know, we have a very valuable resource underneath our valley, and that's our aquifer. And you know, we really applaud Rosamond Community Services District and AVEK and the other agencies, Semi-Tropic, who are really working hard to ensure that that asset is really protected and kept supplied, and
sure.
This is the first step in that, and that's really an economic benefit and a great benefit to the entire Antelope Valley. There's lots of capacity being built into the system now with our Tehachapi Renewable Transmission Project.
Okay.
That being said, we're building an asset in the region, and the solar and wind developers are coming, and they're coming quickly. A lot of that located in Kern County, and we're working through some of those challenges now. There's lots of capacity. We're working on getting all of them interconnected to the grid.
Sure.
And we're excited about it. It's a little challenging right now, but we're working through it, and we're looking forward to all that green energy coming to our system. So.
Rosamond Solar is we have about 970 acres, and at build out we're looking at this project producing anywhere from 120 to 200 megawatts of power. And the technology that we're looking at is thin film photovoltaic solar. And what's really kind of fun about this project and exciting is the fact that it makes the water bank is a great neighbor for this kind of technology. Project manager Marilyn Burke went through a number of criteria that she wanted to make sure were in place. Needs to be flat. Clearly we've got that. The fact that it is former farmland really reduced the chances of any severe environmental impacts. But more importantly, and I'm sure you guys know how this works, it's close to transmission. And as much as people like power, they don't necessarily like looking at transmission lines. So to the extent that we can put these projects in a place where transmission is easier to accomplish, that makes it better for us, better for our customers, and just an overall much more pleasant experience.
You know, I don't know if you read the Rosamond News in your busy schedule, but there were 2 comments, only 2. One man wanted to know if it caused cancer.
To the best of my knowledge, no.
The other thing is one of the ladies said about, gee, she lives a mile and a half away, and she was worried about disturbing the panoramic views that she and her husband moved out there for.
And that's understandable.
Yeah.
And part of the draft and the EIR process, the
Sure.
environmental review process, is to look at visual impacts.
Uh-huh.
Now that draft is out. It was released on July 16th, and the comment period is open from July 16th to August 30th.
Okay.
So she definitely wants to get a look at that EIR,
Sure.
take a look at what it says about visuals, and then as always, Sempra, we're more than willing to sit down and figure out, if there's some way we can accommodate our neighbors.
I'm here as a representative of the participants of the pool program offered through RCSD Parks and Recreation. We became aware only last Tuesday, that it was going to be, this next week would be the last week for our pool exercise program. I emphasize that there is so very little available in Rosamond. I started saying the city of Rosamond, but that's not the case. But part of the reason we don't have very few things for our seniors, and for anyone who is suffering or caregivers, a number of things that we don't have. The pool exercise program was a gift from God.
It's been a wonderful experience. I've enjoyed it. I think we've been able to bring the community together and take it forward. I've enjoyed the personal relationships with the board and the staff and those in the community. I'm actively involved in the different organizations, but due to the cancer for the last 7 or 8 months and the age and other things, I think it's about time that after the consulting is done over the next 2 or 3 months, that I'll return to Tennessee and become very active again with mental health issues that I have been for the past year. So with that, I thank the community, and my commitment is to continue whatever I can to be of benefit to the community and to assist it and to help over the transition to John in the future for the next 3 months.
55-year resident of Rosamond. Just want to do what I can to work for the residents of the Antelope Valley.
What do you see as the major challenges or major operation over the next 6 months?
The budget that we're going to be, that we've been handed to, $800,000 in budget cuts. That's going to be a tough one. We'll get through it. We'll make the cuts, and you know, this is an interim position, so I'll only be here for a short time, but I'll do the best job I can.
Well, DJ, you're back for a little rest in the summer, back here to Rosamond, huh?
Yep.
And what kind of year did you have last year?
It was all right. It was pretty rough. Learned a lot though. So I was ready for this year though.
Good. Well, you were a freshman pitching on a senior team, right?
Oh yeah. So it was pretty. College ball is a big difference from high school. So learning that.
Yeah. Everybody's good.
Yeah. Everybody's good. They all hit.
Well, Mr. Johnson, how does the whole project? How's it shaping up about now?
It's coming along. We've got a few delays that we're working through, but we will get through them, and we will have a very nice building when we're done. It'll last 100 years, at least 50.
Long after we're gone, right?
Yes.
Well, that's good. How about you, Ms. Robertson, and DSA? Are you pleased with?
We're pleased. We are addressing the issues structurally, and we got a few things we're going through too on that.
Pretty normal for a building project like this, right?
They're installing the bleachers. The gentleman right here, he's working on the speakers for the sound system. They've got most of the padding up on the ends. They've got the only pads that aren't up are the ones they have to do cutouts on. Do some custom work on.
When do you think, Jim, the whole thing will be ready?
It will probably be
8 weeks, maybe?
8 weeks. We've got the floor issue in the locker rooms that we have to take care of.
That's pretty good. And how about the showers and stuff? Are they all?
Floor's wrong.
Floor's wrong. How is the project looking? I see the tower is looking almost done, and the walls and stuff, but in general, how's the project?
Good. We're basically waiting for. We've got a large generator that's going to sit on the other side of this wall. See these two generators here? The brown one was the original generator, and after further testing and whatnot, they decided that that one isn't running too well, so they brought in a backup. Which is this white one here.
Right.
But so that is you know, the backup for the building. This building will excuse me, never lose power.
Really?
If commercial power fails, it's on a battery system, and then it has a generator that charges up the building.
Wow.
But the reason they have the batteries is because that thing might take 30 seconds to start.
I see.
They have batteries that cover that 30 seconds. You know, it could be 5 seconds, it could be 2 minutes while that big diesel generator starts, but it's backed up with batteries so that they never ever lose power.
When do you think all this will be wrapped up?
By the end of the year.
This
Okay.
dance is for a surprise dance. It's more like, it's like for the quinceañera when she becomes like a young lady. She usually does a waltz. The party goes on for a while, and after a while we clear the stage for them to do this dance. Just to celebrate the party itself. And thank you for coming.
I see. Sorry.